If you're planning a move from California to Australia, there's one question that's almost guaranteed to come up. How long will my shipment take to arrive? It's a fair question, and while everyone would love an exact answer, international shipping doesn't quite work like ordering a package online. Today, let's talk about what actually determines how long your household shipment takes to reach Australia, and more importantly, what you can do to make your move go as smoothly as possible. The first thing to understand is that sea freight is a process, not just a voyage across the Pacific. Many people picture their belongings being loaded onto a ship and sailing directly to Australia. In reality, several important steps happen before and after the ocean journey. Your shipment needs to be professionally packed, transported to the port, processed through export procedures, loaded aboard a vessel, unloaded in Australia, cleared through customs, and delivered to your new home. Each of these steps takes planning and coordination. That's why experienced international movers focus on managing the entire process, not just the shipping portion. Another factor is the size of your shipment. Some families are relocating an entire 4-bedroom home, while others are shipping only the essentials. Larger shipments may travel differently than smaller shared container moves, and every relocation has its own logistics. Weather can also play a role. Ocean carriers operate on carefully planned schedules, but storms, port congestion, and changes to shipping routes can occasionally affect departures and arrivals. These are simply part of international shipping and are usually beyond anyone's control. Then there's customs. Australia has some of the strictest biosecurity regulations in the world, and for good reason. Protecting the country's unique environment is a top priority. Most shipments move through customs without any major issues when they're properly documented and packed. However, if additional inspections are required, they can add time to the overall process. That's one reason why accurate paperwork and detailed inventory are so important. One question we hear from California families is whether they should wait until the last minute before arranging their move. The answer is always no. The earlier you begin planning, the more flexibility you'll have when scheduling packing, choosing shipping options, and coordinating your arrival in Australia. Starting early also gives you time to sort through your belongings instead of making rushed decisions during the final week before departure. Here's another tip we share with our customers. Don't pack your life around the arrival of your sea freight shipment. Instead, prepare a separate group of essentials that are going to travel with you. Think about the items you need during your first few weeks in Australia. Important documents, prescription medications, laptops, chargers, clothing, children's necessities, and anything else you can't comfortably live without. That way, you'll have everything you need while your household goods complete their journey. If there are certain items you need even sooner, air freight can often be a practical solution for a smaller shipment. Sea freight remains the most common choice for household moves because it's well suited for larger volumes, while air freight is typically reserved for time-sensitive belongings. Exact transit times can vary, so it's always best to discuss your specific schedule with your relocation coordinator rather than relying on general estimates. Perhaps the most important thing to remember is this: international moving is about preparation, not speed. The families who have the smoothest relocations aren't usually the ones who start packing the week before they leave. They're the ones who begin planning early, stay organized, and work with a company that understands every stage of the process. Moving from California to Australia is a major life event, but it doesn't have to be stressful. With the right expectations and the right team guiding you, you'll spend less time worrying about where your shipment is and more time looking forward to your new life in Australia. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Next time, we're going to head to Southern California again and talk about moving from San Diego to Australia. including what military families, professionals, retirees, and growing families should know before relocating overseas. Until then, if you're getting ready to make your move, contact SDC International Shipping for a personalized consultation. We'd be happy to help you plan every step of your journey.